So let's see, how much does a builder cost? 215. I would have to settle here. Oh, that's not so bad. So I get the fish. Anyway. No, no, just go here. It's fine. We could put a city here. It's actually a good idea. Alrighty. We're gonna plop this guy down. We're gonna buy a builder so that we can get our iron going. Oh god, are you fighting me? Yeah, they do this sometimes. My plan backfired, guys. Oh well. I'm actually impressed she walked all the way over here. Trader's good. Monument's very good. Yeah, it's actually kind of a wimpy little start here because it doesn't have much food. Hell, I think I'll even do this crappy tile. Maybe not. Food, like one food makes a huge difference at pop 1. That's why you saw me considering like making it otherwise seemingly. Come back here. Is it just you? You're very brave. Like, so the texture can be a little daunting because it's kind of all over the place. Like, it has all these different. Like, you can get to frigates in like 4 techs or something from the start of the game. It has these weird V lines. You might wonder, like, what's most important, right? Basically, you can think of this line here as your like infrastructure techs because it's your main districts, campus, commercial district, and industrial zone. And the other added benefit is if you even just you just get to this tech, it gives all your mines +1 production, which is crazy awesome. And you can just go straight line, stop for horseback riding. But this is kind of like your infrastructure. So your infrastructure tech, I should say. I went out of the way for my immortals, but normally if I'm in peace mode, I'm just going up here in the early game because it's really important to get those awesome districts out. God damn it! I need one gold. All right, so just in time, we finish our settler and we switch off settler production. So we're gonna be cheeky and put See, the game thinks this is a good idea.
All you have to do is cross out the wrong words.
I don't think that's true.
The art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best.
Bismarck was the leader of Germany in Civ 5. Fun fact. Alright, it's time. I guess we have a turn. Or 2 turns, I should say. Before we get our immortals. Maybe I'll sneak out a trader. Just for this boost and for the road. I could actually, that's pretty cool. I could build a road to here. That would be very helpful. Anyway, time for oligarchy, which is oftentimes the best government anyway. If you're doing any kind of war, oligarchy is the best. Otherwise, classical republic can be good too. Autocracy I very rarely use, unless I know, like for some weird reason, I'm building wonders, which usually isn't a good idea, honestly. Wonders tend to not be worth their cost once you factor in risk as well. Alright. The reason I'm going for mysticism next is because I want revelation. You gotta have everything going for you when you aim for religion. So you want that +2 wildcard for profits. We don't need builders, obviously. Probably just pick urban planning here. And then, yeah, I'm in a weird position where I can, none of these help me at all, so I'll just go with that. Oh yeah, I get extra trade routes, don't I? Because I'm Persia. I think maybe this city will build another trade route when it gets the chance. It's kind of weak. It's actually, I mean, I talk up planes, and I do think planes is better. But one of its downsides is you do have sometimes these crappy expansion cities in the early game that have trouble getting off the ground. You really need it to at least one tile with 2 food on it. But the builder can take care of that, so not too much harm done. I want to leave this archer home to defend, just in case. I'm listening. One nice thing about early wars with the AI is you get to meet city-states that you otherwise are nowhere near. Not sure where Jakarta is. Oh no, my bad, Jakarta, but so that's not an example of it, but that does happen. Alright, so let's check out the religion situation. Uh-oh, 2 are gone. 1, 2, 3. So we're not in a very strong position at all. So I have to pick. One thing you can do to help you out is pick Divine Spark, which boosts each of your districts. In fact, I think there's a decent chance, sadly, that we don't get a religion because of that early war. Yeah, I mean, it's so fickle. I mean, I was saying, like, oh yeah, I can get it. And the problem was that that early war is enough of a disruption to throw you for a loop, as they say. In fact, I should have just done Holy Site Prayer. So actually, the other thing is I could definitely get it if I did Holy Site Prayers, but I don't want to do Holy Site Prayers because I want to build Immortals. So that's also a bit awkward. Normally, like your last ditch effort thing you can do is you do these district projects. But unfortunately, we have other pressing issues.
Everything has its limits.
There's iron working. So I think I actually will build my unique thingamadoodle improvement. Because I guess the bonus for city centers, like that's enough of an incentive for me. Like +2 alone wouldn't be quite enough, but all this together, sure, it'll give me a little bit, but it's enough of a boost. The culture will help its borders expand too. So it turns that down to 7 instead of 20 or whatever it was before. I'm going to send this guy over to help out poor Tarsus, the foodless place. This trade route will also help, although I need to save it for this settler. It's a shame you can't do like brief trade routes, if you know what I mean. Brief, like like a few turns or something. Whatever. I could promote him now, but the turn passed, sadly.
Mysticism is the mistake of an...
Revelation is indeed what we wanted, and I don't think we're building builders yet in our auxiliary cities. Um, so I think we're going to leave it at this. This military policy really helps for building Immortal, so it brings it from like 9 to 6 or something like that. So that's a really huge upgrade. We do want military tradition, because it gives you flanking bonuses and support bonuses. I think we really want this. In fact, I could. Oh, damn, I already did that. I was going to swap in the policy that gives me a +2 for the first envoy, but I already locked in the profit bonus, and yet I still really want unit production right now. So I think I'm going to do a slightly inefficient play there, just for expediency's sake. Finally. Oh, now you're happy. Aren't you lovely? Keep an eye on the profit situation. So we are in line for 4th now, and we will have a shrine coming up as well. And yeah. All the wonders are disappearing. Maybe she'll want to join war with me. It doesn't tend to happen in my experience, unless they're already friendly with a Civ. Her agenda is almost impossible to satisfy, I find. Hi, can you not do that? Oh, I almost lost some science there. I feel like everybody does that in this game. Hi. Oh, pardon me. So, we don't need that many immortals, really. Oh. The AI, as I've said before, not too smart, I guess is the way I'd put it. So, alright, this is what we want. So you don't need that that huge of an army to do this. Hi, are you attacking? What is with these people? I've never seen them attack twice in the early game. That'll be
I don't
interesting.
underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail.
Break the rules, right? So in terms of here, like what you would normally do, unless you're going for, unless you have, well, if you, okay, if you have a religion, go to theology. Otherwise, or if you really want theater districts, otherwise just go straight for defensive tactics into feudalism. Like all these kind of suck, honestly, except for feudalism. Feudalism's the next one that's like really good because it buffs all your farms, and you can get builders that give you 5 charges, which is really awesome. And I virtually never research construction because it's kind of a stupid tech that's out of the way. Because you never build water mills, rarely, unless you have a capital or something that's for it. You know, I say that this is actually a really good water mill capital, and I'm being stupid right now by not attacking that. Like, okay, but that kind of goes to show you, as much as anything, how rare it is to need a water mill. I mean, yeah, I've got another one here, right? So it can be okay. But most of the time, you don't bother with a water mill very early, very, very often. And so then you don't really have to worry about construction, so you don't really have to worry about getting this boost. But we'll see in this case. We'll see. I won't rush anything. Typically, what you always want first is a monument, because otherwise your borders will never expand. Damn. I think I do want science. I could have swapped on the other policy there.
Like to the apples on the Dead Sea shore, all ashes to the taste.
Possibly a mistake, but it's fine. There's a city-state. You have so much land out here. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Normally, I wouldn't be investing in war, because war is kind of like the expensive way to expand, if that makes sense. You always want to expand. You know what? That's true. So I will say that I will not settle near you again. But I also might invade your territory, but you know. I was saying, like, war is like the expensive way to expand. It's always good to expand, right? Um, and obviously the cheapest way is just with a settler. Plop it down when you got some space, and that's it. You don't have to fight a war first. Um, that said, it's still. Oh, there's our little bonus here. It's still just like
12
always good to
pieces.
expand when you can. Damn, I don't know. I kind of want to just buff my mines and not bother with the. I'll finish this tech because I don't have a quarry. Oh, I do. I have this. Hmm. I really should have saved my. Yeah, I shouldn't have finished military tradition. That was actually something I did not intend to do. I intended to not finish military tradition so I could swap out for the builder policy. Alright, we really need to make sure we get fourth religion. It's kind of, it's weird. So like you think, oh, I'm on track for fourth, so I'm totally fine, right? But the weird thing is, the AI will use their insane bonuses to, first of all, they can overtake you even when you have a big lead. Second of all, they patronage the last profit every time. It's so annoying. I honestly wish they would just remove that from the game. Like the AI doing that to you on Deity. They will literally wait till the last possible turn and then take it with their faith, which they have a ton of because they're cheaters. This is very weird. We have I don't know what this guy's doing with his cities. Stockholm. Ooh, now we have more incentive to not finish this tech. I kind of want to just switch policies by purchasing, which I very rarely do. But I think it might be worth it.
Sometimes the wheel
Maybe
turns
not.
slowly.
Because I'm only... I was going to say I need builders. But I'm only building them in a few in probably just this city. I'm going to build builders here before I get any districts. It's really important to groom your territory. I'd say the first priority is basic housing. So if you don't have a river, then build a granary first. If you do have water or a granary done, then you build a monument or a theater square situationally instead to serve as a monument. Basically, a way to expand your borders first is really important because getting as much territory as you can in this game is huge because it you want to be able to put your districts in the best possible places and you want to have access to the best tiles that you can work, all that stuff. I don't think I even have any mines, do I? Why am I so passionate about this? So first of all, you want. Oh, that's so nice. You will go to Tarsus. Maybe I. Meh. Yeah. What do I want? I was thinking of building another holy site here. I don't know. Yeah, this is spooky. I mean, I'm still ahead, right? But probably 20 turns away. A lot can happen. I'm choosing Tarsus over Tushpa because, well, I guess I realized I built this farm, but I was going to say it's kind of starved for food even more than this city. I'm actually kind of totally wrong about that at this point. Oh well, I believe putting a camp on elephants gives it +1 food, so at least there's that. I still might squeak out a builder and then maybe try to do holy site prayers. It's bad. I very, very rarely will ever purchase new um, per, purchase change in policies, but this is one of those rare cases where I think it's really important to get the builders out fast. Sandals of the Prophet. I don't know. Are those relics based off of real things? I assume they are. Like all the great works are. I don't honestly know. Fiery Relic is nice, although it's only like really good if you are going for tourism victory, and it's only very good if you don't have a Pantheon yet. But it's always kind of nice. Doesn't hurt. Spain's the one who likes me. Too bad they're the one I'm invading. So basically, I'm just pumping out Immortals. I'm in this kind of weird position where like I have no idea where his troops are. Hell, I could go look. I should go look. See if he has any army here. Otherwise, I would just concentrate all my forces right here. Don't see anything there. Hell, I could take that city very fast. This is the dicey scenario of trying to get a religion and a rush. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Uh, well, oh, like, ooh, wait. Oh man, we'll see. I am way ahead, right? But the question of the patronage is upon us. This might trigger him complaining about the borders. I believe they are triggered if you have 2 units on their borders, or maybe
A man
3.
on a horse is spiritually as well as physically bigger than a man on foot.
I guess not this time. So he has a little warrior there. Nothing too spooky. You know what? I think we have to do this. I know it seems stupid, but I mean, I could probably cap this with 3 Immortals. I mean, I'll probably keep building them anyway, but it's like, it's like a huge pain in the butt to ensure you have a religion on Deity. See what his military score is. Oh god, it's really bad. Well, higher than mine, technically. A little early. You know, I'm not sure if that counts as a surprise war or not. I think it counts as a surprise war diplomatically, and then I assume that would also apply to our bonus. Okay, so I think we're actually at 9. I can even upgrade him, although I cannot remember. I did this before, but I can't remember if the Immortals can capture cities. I believe they cannot, because they are technically archers in terms of their attack. So they can't actually melee attack a city and therefore cannot actually conquer it. So that's one of the dicey things about this strategy is make sure this warrior doesn't die or whatever you bring along. Damn, it's a shame this road went through Geneva. I was trying to get a faster path. Didn't exactly work out that way. We're going to let Jama and Poji finish. I'm not going to get a wonder. That's very, very common. Don't worry about if you don't get any wonders in the early game. It's fine. It's very rarely worth it. There are only some exceptions. which I won't talk about right now.